Alright, it's that time again. It's time for a Battlbox unboxing. This is mission 89 for July 2022. Let's see what's inside. Alright folks, welcome back. So before we open this up, I do want to let you know the link down below is to my personal portal on Battlbox. You will be able to go on there and order any of the old boxes, start a new subscription, find some of the gear inside if you're interested in just some of the gear only. You can check it all out there. That link will be right down below. And if you want to get started with Battlbox, you can get 15% off of your new subscription using my discount code, which will be posted down below as well. So don't forget to check out the portal. And if you're interested in starting out with Battlbox, you can use that and save 15% on your subscription to start with. So let's start off with this box today. This is mission 89 for July. Of course, the first thing inside, we've already opened it up, is the manual. And this will tell you everything that's inside here. We're going to open up the box here and check it out because I've already cut the tape on it. So the first thing, okay, that we're going to have in here is something that I find actually kind of useful. And these are custom molded earplugs. These are decibels, okay? Basically what you're going to do is put these in hot water. You're going to heat them up and shape them to the shape of your inner ear, and it has a retainer around the outside. Let's open up the box and see what's inside. Okay, got it open. And you have all your various paperwork, instructions on how to do it. I've seen people use these. You will have a little carrying case for them as well. There you go. And they seem to be very handy. If you've ever had those earplugs that you just squeeze and stuff in your ear, they always kind of seem to expand and fall out of your ear again. So these are actually kind of handy. You have a bunch of different plugs to go with them on the end to fit in your ear. And you actually have these earplugs. Now they say not to leave these somewhere where it's going to get super, super hot, like in your car or whatever. Basically you heat these up in water and you will mold them. And they don't feel moldable right now. That's the cool part. They don't feel like they're going to squish or, you know, anything like that. So you put these in hot water and you mold them to the shape of your ear so it fits perfectly. And as you can see here, it tells you what to do. Heat, shape, and there's what it should look like when it's done, and fill that whole inner ear area there without going too far in. So they will definitely retain their shape and keep your hearing protected for a good long time. Basically, these have a noise reduction rating of 31 dB. That's a good number around for being around firearms or machinery or anything like that. They provide a high level of protection from loud damaging noises, a nice secure custom fit that will stay in place, and that is probably the most important part there, that they'll stay in place. Oh, we have another set of earplugs in there too. So they will stay in place, they won't fall out. You simply just put them in warm water to shape them up. So I'm definitely going to be using these. Some people like to double up. They'll wear earmuffs and then these plugs on the inside if they're in an indoor range. I do a little bit of shooting in an indoor range, so we'll try them out and see if I like it. I don't see the part here that I was thinking. I was thinking there was like a retainer that goes around the inside of your ear. That's just a reflection in the picture. So it's just the plugs that mold in there. Okay, and that's these here. They'll mold in there, and then you can put whatever tip is most comfortable in your ear. So that's kind of a neat little thing to start off with. Let's move on to the next item, which is something that I've always wanted to pick up. But again, it's one of those things you always wanted to buy, but you never kind of do. You never get around to it. And that's why I love Battlbox, because it's like they knew and sent it to me. So let's check it out. Now, if you're a fan of slingshots, all right, for taking game or whatever, or just for fun, you gotta love the pocket shot. These are really, really cool. Basically, what you do is you'll stick your ammo, steel balls, rocks, whatever, back here. Pull it all the way back as far as you can and let it fly. And this, of course, will come off. We're gonna open this up and take a look at it. And it will fly and hit whatever you're aiming at, hopefully. These have a ton of different attachments to them. They can launch arrows. There's all sorts of different attachments to them. And you see, that's another nice thing about Battlbox, is it gets you started in something that you had a little bit of interest in. And now I'm going to go and see if I can pick up the arrow piece that fits on the end here, so I can shoot arrows too with it, because it's kind of fun. Let's open it up and see what's inside. Alright, so this can launch small projectiles around 350 feet per second. Okay? Allow you to fill up your skillet at camp if you don't have anything else to fill it with. These are the balls that come with it, your ammo. And this is how it'll work. You're basically going to hold this like this, and this does have a nice indented area there for you to hold. You pull it back and let it fly. I don't know if it's good to do that without the ammo in there, but regardless, it does seem to pop right out there and work pretty well. So that is the Pocket Shot. Like I said, they have a ton of different stuff in here. You're able to store all your little ammo, whatever it might be, steel balls, ball bearings. Put it in there, seal it up like this, and there you go. Nice little compact package. Instead of carrying a big, huge slingshot or a wrist rocket or whatever, you got this thing right here in your bag, and you got a way to take game if you have to in a pinch. And I would definitely suggest practicing with it. But it is really a cool little thing. They are made in the USA, and like I said, they got a ton of different attachments for them, so definitely check them out. That is the Pocket Shot. Let's move on to the next item. All right, your last item in your basic box. Now remember, there's levels to this box. You can get basic, you can get the advanced, the pro, and the pro plus. We're going through the basic items right now. The basic box is a $69.44 value. You're not going to pay that much for it, but that's the value of the item. So the last item in here is this Battle Bandage. Now, if you spend any time in the wild, you know you're going to end up hurting yourself. All right, and it could be a severe injury of some kind. So having a well-stocked medical kit is really a must when you're out in the wild. They recently discovered these battle bandages. They were very impressed. They felt they had to be added to your medical preps. Again, having something like this is awesome. This can fill, say, my electric bike medical kit now. Instead of a big, heavy Israeli bandage, something like this, a little more compact. It also is invisible in the middle there, so you can also monitor the healing of the wound, or if it's spreading, or if it's bleeding, or whatever, while having it sealed up in a secure, safe, sterile environment. Now, as I said, this combines a Battle Wrap transparent compression wrap with a sterile 8x8 gauze pad in there. Like that, like I said, the transparent wrap allows you to monitor what's going on with your injury without removing the bandage. It does have a medical grade self-adhesive that's non-irritating, doesn't leave any residue on the skin, and the bandage provides constant compression without slip for effective hemorrhage control. So it's not going to slip around. It does have a 6-year shelf life, and it is not made with any rubber latex. So if you have any latex allergies or anything like that, that is safe to use. That's definitely going in my medical kit. All right, let's move on to the advanced box. The advanced box has something, probably the thing I'm most excited about in the whole kit, and I'm going to show you that next. So in this little box is the Dead Fish Company Wenge Alpine foldable chef's knife. Now, if you guys have seen me cooking out here, and I do have another cooking video coming up soon, you've seen me use all sorts of bushcraft knives and moras, everything. This is going to be my dedicated knife for out here when I'm cooking. It also will probably eventually find its way into one of my bags as a chef's knife when I'm actually cooking outside when I camp. So let's take a look at the box in there. There is the knife. Really nice presentation. Nice looking knife there. They got their little logo kind of burned in on the side here. They do tell you that the scales on this knife will vary in color from place to place. All right. So this is a very sharp, good-looking, long-lasting outdoor knife, kitchen knife, and it will serve you well in the wilderness. It is a very thin knife compared to what we're used to. If you look at the lock up there, the lining is all lined right up. There you go. So this definitely isn't going to be something you baton with or you're doing outside camp tasks. There's a liner lock knife in there. It does have that little bit of resonance to it, bounciness to it, because it's a very thin knife compared to other knives. It does have a nice 90-degree spine, so I guess you could strike a ferro rod with it. Really sharp edge. I mean, crazy sharp edge. I ran my thumb over it, and you can just feel it. Let's see if it stands up to the shaving test here. Let's try a little spot. I haven't touched it up yet. Look at that. Yeah, that definitely shaved that hair off, as you can see. So you can get an incredibly sharp edge on this, I'm sure, if you touch it up a little bit more. But that's plenty sharp enough to do any kind of cooking. And it's got a nice big handle, too. You know, this feels like a chef's knife. This feels like a longer kind of cooking knife, as opposed to, say, using a bushcraft knife or using your knife that's been all through all sorts of batwood and tree sap or whatever, and having to clean it off. This can be your dedicated kitchen knife. So really quickly on the information on it, it is a German 1.4116 stainless steel blade. The blade length is 5.5 inches. Your scales are solid Wenge wood, sometimes referred as African rosewood. And it's very unique wood, so it's going to have different coloring. Yours may be a little darker, lighter, whatever. But I really like the look and feel of the knife to begin with. And the fact that it is a nice kind of kitchen shape contour to it. This is definitely going to be what I use out here when I'm cooking on video, and in the future when I'm using it out in the wild. So definitely cool knife. That's the one I was most excited about. When I saw people showing what was in the box, I was just like, oh man, I got to get that. So definitely cool. Let's move on to the next item. The next item is going to be the Pro box. All right, that's a $199 value. We're going to move on to that item next, okay? And again, you're not paying $199 for the box at Pro level. You're getting that in a value. Let's go to the next item. All right, so this is the next item here. This is the Nikon H35 1000 lumen headlamp. They say it has twin engines. In other words, I'm assuming this is your flood just by looking at the reflector in there, and this is your spotlight, okay? Let's open it up and take a look inside. It has an 18650 battery. Pull it out of here and take a look. It does look well made from first glance at it. Looks like it's machined aluminum housing there. All right, and I'll tell you something, because I have been, playing around with my e-bike now and getting into that, it's definitely going to be something that I'm going to be using out there in the wild. So let's test it out really quick, try it out, and see how it feels. All right, so I have the charging port on the bottom. I wanted to take a look at that. It is a USB-C. This is adjustable up and down. You can tighten it down a little bit. We are going to put the headband on it. I've just been thinking about something like this for as a backup for, say, your headlights. If your headlights go out on your bike or your e-bike, this is an awesome way to see where you're going. It also keeps you more visible. The more lights you have on a bicycle, whether it's an e-bike or not, even a moped, the better you are. So to use the light, you can just push down and hold on the button. This is your flood, okay? And to go down in levels, you'll just drop it down and push it again. Get to the lowest level, back up to high. Let's turn that off. And this is your spot, okay? 1, 2, and 3. There you go. Low, medium, high. So you go through the modes like that. So very simple to use. Does have an 18650 battery in here, so it is replaceable. You could always pop another one in your gear should you worry about not being able to charge it up. There you go there. Looks like a pretty decent 18650 cell. All in all, very, very well made, very well put together. It's got a 1600 lumen high brightness, 30-hour runtime, water resistant, rechargeable, and let's check out the strap. Yep, just what I thought. You have this strap here on the front, and then you have the headband like that. Now I'm not sure if this is part of it or if this is just a separate strap, but regardless, we'll figure all that out, because I definitely want to use something like this. I'm going to put it on there and slide it in there and work our way through it and put this on here. Not exactly sure how it works just yet, but I'm sure I will figure it out. But I really like the light. The light is awesome. I mean, I would almost consider just mounting this straight on my e-bike on the handlebars. What the heck with that, Anyway, very cool light, very bright. 1600 lumens is more than enough to see pretty much anything. All right, let's move on to the last item. Okay, now the last item is the Pro Plus box. That includes a total value of all the gear in there of $389. Again, not what you're paying. That's just the value. Let's check that out next. All right, the last item here. Very, very nice product here. Depending on your usage of knives, let's pull it out here and take a look. There we go. Okay, this is the M3 Tactical M3 Force Recon. This is more geared towards a self-defense knife. Very, very heavy, well-made construction so far, I can see. Love the scales on it. Now, with these knives, you always have to be careful. I've noticed a lot of people, when you're carrying a knife like this, the first thing they'll do is go like this and pull it out, and what happens? These little fingers here get all chewed up. You want to make sure you're holding it back here and pull open. Check out the blade profile on that. Okay, this is more of a defensive knife. Okay, it was designed by Hunt Thornhill. All right, very solid performer for self-defense scenarios. Its main goal. Its overall length of 7.85 inches. It's finished in their first Force Recon Murdered Out Black. Okay, full tang, CPMD2 steel, ground to a razor sharp edge. The black removable G10 scales, okay, are on the back here. And you have your finger ring here, so you'd use this knife similar to this. And this would be more of a self-defense type knife. I'm sure you could use it for any kind of woodworking or outdoor crafts you might need to. But I would probably put this in the role of a self-defense knife as a last-ditch kind of thing. Your blade material here, like we said, is the CPMD2. Handle material, again, G10 removable handle scales. Overall length, 7.8 inches. Blade length, 3.375 inches. Steel thickness, 1.78. Overall thickness, 4.56 inches. Nice Kydex sheath on it. And, at first I was thinking, well, this is just, a regular kind of knife. And then I looked up the information on this and the designer. And this is a custom made only for Battlebox version of a self-defense knife they use. And I gotta say, this is a nice looking knife. Definitely a nice knife. And I like this edge kind of retainer finger hole there. Gives you a little more effort, a little more control, not effort. A little more control over where it's going. Definitely a nice looking knife. I like the finish on it too. It's just got a little bit of wear on the high spots like it's supposed to. So definitely a nice looking knife, not a gas station junky knife. This is a really nice high quality knife. So that is everything as it stands right now. So let me put everything in place and we'll finish up the video and I will again tell you where you can pick one of these up. So there is everything right there for you to take a look at. I know folks, when they get a smaller box, I've heard the complaints of, oh, that's so small, you didn't get your value in it. If you look up these items individually, they're pretty much on the money. I know I did some other boxes in the past that were like $800 value and the thing sold for 20 bucks. So obviously somewhere they were a little bit off on their estimations. But they're pretty dead on with their pricing and you are going to get your money's worth. By the way, I did figure out how to do this. You have this piece here, okay? And it just slides into where that separates like that. And this piece on top slides into this top part here. And this can clip onto your gear or your backpack or whatever, and you can kind of carry it similar to that if you want. All in all, really happy with the stuff I got in the box. It's all going to go to use. Honestly, the dead fish cooking, the kitchen knife, that will definitely go into use. I can't wait to try that out on a cooking video, and I do have a video coming up soon of some freeze-dried stuff that we've been putting together, so you definitely want to check that out. I think, again, will I use this? Absolutely. This will go in a first aid kit. Headlamp, definitely. This I'm definitely having fun with. Of course, I went outside and tried it just once. And I gotta say, just kind of general vicinity aiming, I aimed it at my wood pile and pulled it back as far as I could and let it go, and it hit almost right kind of where I wanted it to hit. So you're not going to be wildly inaccurate with this. I think the inherent way that it's done here kind of gives you a little more accuracy. The earplugs, I'm going to use those. I go shooting, so definitely they'll be handy too. And the knife I absolutely love. It's really a nice looking knife. If you're just a collector even, I would get that knife. So that is the Battlebox Mission 89 for July. If you guys are interested, like I said, my discount code will give you 15% off your first subscription, okay? And if you are interested in checking out everything that's in here and getting interested in Battlebox and getting set up with Battlebox, you can check my link down below. It will be that, shrsl.com, okay? That link down there will take you right to my portal, and you'll be able to purchase anything you want from old boxes, individual gear, sign up for a new subscription, whatever you want to do, right from that site. So definitely check it out. I'm pleased with what I got here, and I'm probably going to end up playing with this a little bit later because that looks like a lot of fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check out all our links down below. We have our Amazon affiliate store, our freeze-dried wholesaler link down there, 15% off using the link on there. All you got to do is click the link. There's no codes, there's no nothing. You click the link, you save 15% on any kind of freeze-dried food you can imagine. And we have a video for him coming up soon, so definitely check him out. Below that is our My Patriot Supply link. Okay, that's preparewithiridium.com. If you have nothing ready in your gear yet, you're just getting into preparedness, and you're starting to think about, I better get some food. Well, you can buy canned goods, but you can also buy a 3-month supply, one shot, $150 off, delivered to your door from My Patriot Supply using my link down below. It's going to get you $150 off a 3-month supply. They also have a 4-week kit that will give you $50 off. Check that link down there. And our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store. Definitely check out Thrive. They have some really good, clean, whole freeze-dried foods. Anyway, folks, I thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.